Hello everyone, and welcome back to Fallout New Vegas. Last time we explored what was going on in Prim, and we dealt with the people inside Bastion Steve. Bison Steve, Bastion. What is this, Overwatch? No. With the Bison Steve, and we took care of all of them, and we freed the deputy, quote unquote. However, unfortunately, the deputy, he does not want to be sheriffed. He flat out, he pretty much just took the cheap way out, and he's just like, nah, I don't want to do it. So you have to find, the sheriff to bring more back to Prim because I can't do it myself. So today we'll be going through that quest line, which is my kind of town. And there are multiple ways to do this quest. And I'll be going over every single way the best I can. There will also be, I'm also going to be going through like fast travel points that we have not discovered yet, that we'll be using later on. So it's, I will do some skipping here and then, like I'll edit some parts out of the video, that way you don't have to see all of it. But regardless, this is going to be probably finishing this quest up in 2 or 3 parts because of the fact of how many different ways there are to do this quest. Anyway, without further ado, let's start. So, starting things off, one of the ways you can do getting a sheriff for the town, there are 3 different people for the sheriff. I'm gonna quickly show on the world map. There's one in the NCR correctional facility, which I'm vilified in. So I'm gonna go into another. Actually, I might be able to get better relations if I disguise myself as or I could just kill the front guard. I'll show that off. There's the NCR route, and then there's one the game does not even tell you about. The one the game does not tell you about is if you go speak to Prim Slim here, the robot in the middle of the casino.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to the Vicky and Vance Casino and Museum.
If you have a science of 30, or as I said in previous parts about fusion batteries and conductors, I thought it was central modules. It's actually conductors, so it was my bad. But if you have 3 fusion batteries and 4 conductors, you'll do the same thing. Or you can use a science of 30 to reprogram Slim to become the actual sheriff. I'm going to quickly show this off. I'm going to save, and the quest will be complete once I do this.
Howdy, partner. Welcome to... Law enforcement protocol was reinstated, partner. Initializing use of force authorization. Authorization found. Yeah!
And you finish the quest. My kind of town completes. You can do that, or that's one of them. For now, I'm going to go back to my last autosave, and I'm going to show the next one off, which will be the NCR route. So to do the NCR route, you have to go over to the camp over there where the NCR are. And you want to speak to Lieutenant Hayes? Yes, Lieutenant Hayes. You speak to him.
Yeah.
And he says, Prim, you tell him Prim isn't dying in
We know
law.
Prim is a great strategic point, and we aren't blind to the needs of the town, but we're barely holding our own against the powder gangers. We don't have the guns or the personnel needed to carry out our mission, much less take on defending this town as well.
Okay, so what do you need to take over protecting the town?
What we need more than anything is bodies. If we had just one more squad, we could easily install a sheriff and still handle our primary objective of protecting the interstate south of here. If you'd like to see the NCR include protection of Prim and its duties, then you'll have to get some more troops up here. Knight at Mojave Outpost may be able to help.
Okay. So he suggests going to the Mojave Outpost and speaking to a Lieutenant Knight. So we're gonna go do that. As a heads up, even though I am going to the fast travel location I am gonna get here. Though, as a heads up beforehand, this is not the route I'm going to go through. Because I'm not going NCR in this playthrough. So, just to show on the map. This way is to the NCR Correctional Facility, and this way is to Mojave Outpost, so I want to go this way. Okay. Let me just check my weapons. Oh yeah, that's right, I have a lot of weapons, and I can go sell it later. Gonna go lucky. As a heads up, exploring the west of Prim, like, exploring the houses, I am going to do that, after we finish this quest, because of the fact that, that's technically the road to Nipton. Well, this is technically the road to Nipton too, but I'm gonna go that way also to show more off. And so those houses and all of that will be explored in a later part. But as a heads up, that over there, actually the best way to do it is when you first enter in to Prim, on the left, if you don't go to the casino and you go left into the sheriff's office, you can get a good cowboy repeater there, which is a very good weapon. I'll show that later on. Anyway, continuing along the road, the Mojave Outpost is over there, where those two people are shaking hands. So continuing along this road, you notice some convicts here. Oh, I can't get the other person. I know there's a person over here. Oh, it's a crow. And there's convicts over here. Do I have any silenced weapon? I haven't played in a little bit, so I don't know what I have fully on me. Is it a suppressor? No, it's just extended mags. Okay. So, I'm gonna kill these guys real quick. There we go. It's one. Looking at a dead friend. Got him. Okay. As a heads up, going along this road, there will be an ambush where I'm pointing my gun at. They will be right behind this gas station here. You also want to explore this gas station because I believe it has a copy of Guns and Bullets, if I'm not mistaken. Over here is a fast travel location. I'll get that in a little bit. But for now, I'm going to loot these guys. Oh yeah, that's right. I have Cannibal. Again, all of the eating I'll do off screen. Onwards. The Jackal gang leader is going to come. And this is the ambush I'm talking about. Normally, they wait till you're a bit further, you're a bit closer. She came out because she probably saw me eating, to be honest. And if you do that, it's a suspicious action. Gang leader has a 10mm pistol, some bottle caps. Other than that, that's really it. Beer if you're doing the drunken one or something like that. That's you. Anyway, you find a Nevada Highway Patrol station. Before going in, I'm going to take care of this ambush. Air quotes around ambush around here. Sure you do. Yes, you definitely got me. And I got to shoot him up. Normally there's another person here. I guess not this time. That's strange. Take your ammo, cowboy repeater, mentats, purified water. And I'm going to go inside the station here. I'm going to explore this. One. And two. Nice. The mantis here, I'll take care of that with switchblade. Impacts and a Radaway. Radaway is always good. Nothing in here, right? Nope. Nope. In here there will be a person, so I want to get Lucky back out. Oh, not in here. Okay, that's right. Never mind about that. There is a person here. That person is dead. I'm just gonna run over these people. Here you can get 8 of clubs ultra hard, 8 of hearts, 9mm pistol and ammo. This person has ant meat, purified water, and a slave scarf. And there's also a sunset star sarsaparilla bottle cap right here. And is that brass knuckles? Looks like brass knuckles. Yeah, brass knuckles. Actually, very good weight to value ratio. I'll take that. Carton of cigarettes back here. Very good weight to value ratio. Let me make sure nothing else is right here. Can sleep in that bed if I want to for maximum experience. Take the Hydra. Sell that later on. Ammo I will take. That's it in here, right? Yeah, that's it in here. Now we check these. And in the first example, guns and bullets should be over here somewhere. Guns and bullets, where are they? Ah, there it is. Guns and bullets. This will give me plus 2 guns. Small gun. Oh, small guns in Fallout 3, and this just regular guns. Guns and bullets. G. 3. And then I believe it will be 5 if you take the perfect comprehension. There's nothing else. Nothing else here. Nothing in here, right? Nope, nothing. Okay. I have no idea what I other one. Probably from like, what's it called? A grasshopper. I'm just gonna go over here and get this fast travel location real quick. This here is. I know this here is a lot of ants. I forget what it's called. I think it's Dry Lake. Yeah, Ivanpah Dry Lake. I can't pronounce that correctly. But here you find a bunch of box scorpions and ants. Particularly nothing too threatening. Actually, it's not bad killing them here. Particularly because of the fact that it gives you some good experience. I'm not going to use Lucky here. I don't want to use Cowboy Repeater either because it uses the same ammo. Use a 10mm. One, 2. There's nothing really else out here in the Dry Lake. It's not in this one, right? No, it's not in this one. In another Dry Lake area, there is actually the spawn for the legendary Rat's Roach, I believe. Yeah, there's like a giant rat roach mound. Ants. Shoot them with guns. Another ant. I'm just gonna explore around here and then fast travel back to the station. This is a very good experience. Dead. And this is the info racetrack where they spin around in circles. And there's also, oh okay, this isn't one of them. Some of the anthills you can actually go into. That's not one of them. You're gonna go around and kill the rest of these ants, and I'll meet you back on the road, because this is just... There we go. That should be all of them. And that over there leads to Nipton. Oh, actually right there is Nipton. Now over there's another ambush. I'm not gonna go trigger that because of the fact that that will be part of a later episode. More ants. Okay, that's the road that leads Simpton. Up there's the Mojave Express. And over there is the gas station. As a heads up, I could just fast travel back there, but it's literally, I'm just going to be walking straight this way. I'll show that area over there, but a fair warning, over there is very dangerous. If you're playing along, very careful. There are chances of cazadors spawning up there, and cazadors, as you saw from the beginning of the game, are I think it's like episode 3 or 4. Cazadors are scary and can kill you instantly. Regardless, this here is an overpass. Unfortunately, it's not a fast travel location, but there is one right over there which I'll go to. So over here, before going in here, or getting closer, be careful. This is a location where rad scorpions spawn. I think I have a few that spawned in this time. I'm going to quickly go in with my best weapon, which is Lucky. They're actually very tough to kill. Like, they're very bulky. But luckily I have Lucky, which is a very good pistol, and a lot of luck, and I have a very high crit chance. So I should be fine. There we go. And then the last one. Nice. Might have to kill that Raven. So, this here is, I actually don't think I got the name of it. I believe it's the Nipton Road West Stop. This is important later on because not important in terms of like quests or anything like that. It's more for storytelling. You'll find out later on when we get to Nipton, something really bad happens. You'll see it later on, but what happens is the mayor of Nipton has to leave and retreat, and you're gonna, I'm gonna show it in here. You're gonna find the letter, of Nipton, from the Nipton's mayor, sort of. It's a journal. Let me just take these. We'll take nothing in these boxes. In here. Okay, so in here, you'll notice a nice ammo box right here, a gun cabinet, average locked, so lockpick 50 or better. It's gonna be right here. Some pistols, not 5 gauge, and a laser RCU. I think this is the first instance of the laser RCU. It's pretty much like a Tommy gun, or Thompson, to show it off. And it's pretty much like a Tommy gun, but it's an energy weapon. And here you find Mayor Stein's journal. We'll read it. Guess whose luck keeps rolling? I can hardly believe me left. Literally, I'm agaped. Just now I approached by a rather intense young man calling himself Mr. Fox. You're right. When we were alone in my office, he let it be known that he is a member of Kaiser's Legion. He knew that NCR troops and powder gangers often spend time in Nipton. It turns out the Legion hates and wishes to make an example of both groups. The NCR for obvious reasons. The powder gang is for harassing Legion raiding parties on this side of the river. I didn't have time to think a moment about Mr. Fox's proposition before accepting it. All I have to do is convince the powder gangers to kidnap the NCR troops at night. When both groups are in town, the Legion boys will scoop everyone up. Ha! For this simple task, I have been offered 8,000 caps. I could almost go back to the NCR right away, but who knows how else I might make off this Legion lackey. I'm going to start stockpiling some supplies in a safe house between here and the Mojave Express. The Mojave Outpost, not Express. Mojave Outpost. Just in case I decide to head back home in a hurry. Very excited. Signed with a steady hand on a keyboard, Supermayor Joseph B. Stein, S3rd Esquire. And there's a bottle of vodka here, and a bottle cap. So it's a Sunset Sarsaparilla bottle cap. Would have been a good place to put one. Let me check these. Food, and stim packs, Radex, and purified water I will take. Really check there. So yeah, this was the place where he was going. This is like his quote-unquote safe house, sort of. He sold out people in his town, and you'll find out more about that later on when we get to Nipton. And there's also a Programmer's Digest illustrated over here. Dirty water. Oh, there is a Sunset Star bottle cap. So this is another location of a Sunset Star bottle cap. All that. That's done. We're going to continue walking along. Oh, line. I don't remember doing that, honestly. I think I can, like, quickly drop that isn't... I don't drop the cigarette. It's not a big deal. Normally over here, there's a random chance or random encounter to spawn on this road where there's a merchant, and I think he just did. Yes, I believe this is not... This is the hired gun with the merchant. The mercenary, yep.
Hey there.
Here is the merchant.
Hey there. Need anything?
I like to see your wares. Plasma defender. That would be useful if I'm going plasma, but I'm not. Nope. Let's see what you got. I will take that purified water. You have a lot of mods that I won't use, so I'm just gonna be mainly selling things to you. You can have this. You can have the dynamite, frag grenade, laser pistol. I want to keep the laser RCU because I really like the gun. A single shotgun we'll get rid of. Switchblade, tie arm, and varmint rifle. Other than that, nothing else here. I do still need glasses. I'm just reminding myself. I do still need glasses. Get rid of that. Pack of cigarettes. Oh yeah, that's right, with the pilot light thief. Always have to steal the pilot lights. That. Okay, that's good to go. And you can kill him, but you're not gonna get your stuff back, as a heads up. Anyway, continuing along, we're going to the Mojave Outpost. Why'd I just get that? I didn't drink any water. Oh well. That's strange. Regardless, this is now the Mojave Outpost. Hello everyone.
Hey.
Just... Okay, I'll explain. This is supposed to be, because NCR is supposed to be in California, mainly New California Republic. This will lead to quote-unquote California, where the NCR like is mainly held. This is like an outpost. It's supposed to be like a checkpoint sort of thing. Simple as that. And then there's a bunch of like stories about talking about the Rangers. It's not that important though. Before going into here, I am gonna take another quest at the moment. If you go up here, if you first things first, if you have high enough sneak, this will be slightly different. But if you go up here, you will get...
You a courier? If so, this might be your lucky day. If you don't mind walking a bit. And your eyes are good.
Depends on the
I
work.
think there's trouble in Nipton. No traffic from there on the roads. And while I can explain that away, the smoke from the town I can't. I'm sure it's been hit. What I need to know is if they survived it. Might be powder gangers with all that smoke in the air. If there's anybody left, they'd be in the Nipton Town Hall. Go there. Check it out. Let me know what you find.
Okay, sure.
Alright. Look at you. All fired up and ready to go. Wish the others around here had... Listen, I don't want you getting killed for this. So if you head there and run into trouble, I'm asking for eyes and ears, not your life. Alright?
Okay. On that,
Mind yourself on the...
this starts the quest, keep your eyes on the prize. I'm just picking this up right now. If you have a sneak, I believe, of 80 or greater, you can sneak up on her. When you talk to her, she'll be like, whoa, I didn't see you, because normally she's supposed to be like a sniper / ranger. And having high sneak, she wouldn't notice you, and like it's just like an extra little tidbit quote. It's a little flavor of life, sort of say, and it's just a nice little thing they put into the game. I'm gonna luckily this is not stealing. Continuing on, I'm gonna go inside here and talk to, what was his name? They actually don't say who it is. I'm pretty certain, I know Jackson's the person you need to help, but Major Knight. That's who it
Caravan,
is.
citizen, pilgrim, or...
I am a courier.
Just need something for the logbook. Keeping tabs on traffic.
Also, I'm a person who seeks revenge for the person that shot me in the head. Also cannibal, also part-time pilot, life thief, you know, typical life.
Also, if you...
Anything, I need to talk to you about Prim.
Friend. Hayes units is stationed up there. We're having problems with some of the NCRCF convicts. What can I help you with?
Prim has seen better days.
Yes. It was a promising trade town before the escape at the correctional facility.
Hayes is on demand and requesting some additional support.
I'd like to help. We can't spare any more units. We have to maintain a minimum head count at the outpost. Orders from the west.
If you're border of 16 out of 20, never mind, I'll be leaving right now, so I'm gonna quickly pop up, something for border. Do I have anything with border? I can pop a mentats in that, but gonna have that book real quick. Give me 5 unarmed. Salesman Weekly. There we go.
Back again. I
Need to talk to you about Prim. Having Prim and the trade route under NCR control would help the West.
see the wisdom in that. I'll radio for a unit to head up to Prim and offer some additional support.
Okay. Before that though.
Hey.
I thought this was, oh no, that's for Cassidy. I can go around speaking to everyone. I'm going to do that quest a little bit later on. Actually no. Yeah, no, I'll do that quest later on. Actually no, I think it's better off I'm gonna just walk into here. We're gonna walk into the bar, see what's up. Maybe they might have something I might want.
New face in the outpost. Must have.
She is one of the another person that plays the game of Caravan with you. So if you want to play Caravan, you can play it with her. I personally am not a big fan of Caravan. I know how to play it and all that stuff, but I'm not a big fan of it. It's honestly boring after a while. So this. What is she? Just aid and ammo. I'll take some ammo. Okay. If you walk around and you talk, do you see this person here, Cass?
Trouble?
No, I'm just looking around.
Well, keep those eyes up and turning, or I'll set them spinning.
That's
Got
kind
no
of mean.
time for gawkers, or anyone looking for something I ain't selling.
Are you alright?
All right? No, I'm not all right. Drinking to forget, and it's only getting me mad instead. Whiskey always gets my temper up, now more than ever. Drinking used to cause all sorts of trouble back west. Before I punched enough people, that is. And they learned to lay low when the whiskey hit.
What are you trying to forget?
Lost my caravan heading north. The driver burned to ash. And they didn't even take the cargo, they just burned that too.
Why would they do
My
something
guess
like
is
that?
Legion. They're trying to cut NCR's supply line, and the Mojave outpost is proof. Got us locked up tighter than a New Vegas virgin. No caravans in, out, and just try arguing with Jackson about it. Roads aren't safe, he says. No
Roads
shit,
aren't
you
safe?
washed that old fuck up. I didn't need a Brotherhood scribe to tell me that.
Who's Jackson?
NCR officer, trooper, whatever. Runs the place. He's over in the main building, the one without a bar. Jackson won't let me head north. It's not safe. And even though my caravan's gone, my caravan papers are keeping me here. So if you came here for work, my advice, go find the Crimson Caravan branch south of Vegas. They can help you out.
Okay. Want to ask something? Nope, nothing. Nothing else really in here. There are beds you can sleep in, of course. But she mentioned about Ranger Jackson. We can go talk to him about it. Other than that, there are some nuclear quartz here, and is there quantums in here? No, there's no quantums in here, right? No, there's no quantums. They're all ice-cold nuclear colas, though. But other than that, there's nothing much in this building in particular that's of interest.
Morning.
Coming back here, though, is over here, back in this building, she mentioned about Jackson. I'm also gonna come back. I know some people might in the comments might be yelling about this because I forgot to mention it earlier. But Major Knight,
Back again?
he is the only person I'm aware of. Well, actually, no, there is one other person I believe, but in the base game, I believe he's the only person who has 100% repair skill. He can repair any weapon you want, to max condition. I'm actually gonna repair that just because I want to. He is very unique in the fact that, so long as you stay nice with the NCR, any of your equipment that like you can't repair or anything like that, you can just go to him. Just want to check nothing in here, right? Nope.
Patrolling the Mojave almost makes you wish for a nuclear winter.
Yo, I love fake typing. Anyway, Ranger Jackson should be over here, right? Yep, he is. There he is.
Looks like we got a new visitor in the old Brahmin pen. Not many people coming here in a hurry, only passing through. And if you're passing through, you picked a bad time. Road north has gone to hell, and if I let a caravan through, they won't make it.
You sure seem like you have enough soldiers.
Soldiers, no. Recruits, yes. And the Mojave outpost has been ordered to have a standing force at the NCR perimeter at all times. So sending anyone out reduces the outpost's numbers, and would be in direct violation of my orders from back west. Sending more troops, yes. To reinforce the outpost, no. Troops head through here on their way to McCarran, or to the front lines at Forlorn Hope. Or they're on leave, on their way to New Vegas to piss away their pay. All of them passing through.
You sound frustrated.
Frustrated? No, I have my orders. Signed and approved all the way up the chain from Kimball. And I understand the reasons. The outpost isn't a Legion target, yet. Not like Vegas or the Dam. But if the caravans get choked here, that's gonna bite NCR hard. Anyway, didn't mean to talk your ear off. Some days, just feel like more requisition forms and daily reports come across my desk than results.
Any way I can help?
No, look, I appreciate... you know what? Yes, I could use the help. You look like you can handle yourself. I need to get the caravans moving again. That means clearing a path north. There's too much crawling the asphalt up the road to allow it.
Sounds like a deal.
Thanks, I appreciate it. Come back here when you're done. I might accidentally lose some supplies to pay you with.
I always love how he does that, like lose with the air quotes around it. Because he's not supposed to, but, I mean, you're doing him a solid. Okay. Clear out the critters on the road to the Impa Dry Lake. I cannot pronounce that. I want to say Impa for some reason. Ivan Dry Lake. I can't pronounce that for the life of me. Regardless, we're gonna quickly switch to that real quick. Oh, there we go. Go to the Nipton Road stop, and we'll take care of. One thing you do have to be careful when fast traveling to the Nipton Road stop is there can be rad scorpion spawns over here, and rad scorpions hurt. Oh, I saw the Tommy gun out. Go back to Lucky. Okay, and you'll notice there are now markers on my map. Each of these are ants that you just have to kill. And this is a very simple quest. So I can't hit the port side of a barn. Okay, I got one. I'll just go down there. It's not a big deal. Oh, it's frenzied. I accidentally frenzied that, and that actually worked out really well. We'll finish you off with that. The gun! Okay, that's all of them. And now we just go back to get our reward from Ranger Jackson.
Appreciate the help. Wish I had more work for you, but nothing else on the radar at the moment.
You mentioned a reward before?
No, I mentioned you might accidentally get supply. I meant it. Not allowed to contract mercenaries at the outpost. Still, a requisition form or two can get lost, and they're not gonna come check. So here you go, just between us.
This is he gave us a service rifle, which is very useful if you own guns. Gonna upgrade guns a little bit. I'm gonna put some more into speech, and I'm gonna put the rest into. I'm gonna put that in the sneak, and then the rest into. I just want lock. Even though I have lock, I just want lockpick that to there just in case. Worst case scenario. But what he gives us 100 bottle caps. He gives us a service rifle. Does not give us. Yeah, he does not give us anything in terms of that. He gives us weapon repair kits, and he gives us caravan lunches, I believe, right? Caravan lunches, and they restore a lot of health. Actually, a very good item, like for healing. Regardless, he doesn't have anything else for us. Because of the fact we finished that, we can now talk to Cass. Tell her that we got the road moving.
Habit. What's on your mind? Whiskey and me got me into the caravan business, you know. Had to start transporting water instead of liquor, though. If I hadn't switched over, I'd end my trip with nothing but glass bottles rattling on the back of the Brahmin. You're looking at it. It's like a Brahmin drive gone wrong. It's supposed to be a gate north, but you come here, you get caught in the pen. Better to head back home. If you don't have a gun and a will, don't matter much what you do when you reach here, except stare at that fucking monument outside. Don't even tell me you missed it coming in. It's like NCR showing its dick to all the East. If the Republic put as much effort into protecting the East as they put into those two asinine giants outside, then they'd be worth that monument. Statues of two men shaking hands covered in blood. Don't seem to be nothing to brag about. I'm speaking figurative. Isn't any blood on their damn hands. Of course, when Caesar comes walking through here, there'll be blood for real. And after the blood dries in the sun, he'll melt that piece of jet-induced sculpture down and reshape it into a bull. which by my reckoning is making up for a deficiency of his. But no matter what the state of his pecker, he's sure giving the West a good fucking. One's a ranger, one's an NCR trooper, supposed to represent unification of West and East, or some such shit. As far as those two iron lovebirds go, they've got more spine you'll see in a year from the NCR government. Maybe you're right. Brimmed hats always throw me off. Well, fine, whatever. They can be shaking each other's dicks. Wouldn't change the Mojave now. If you're looking to sign on with the caravan works up north.
Talks about the gun runners.
Still, if you got a gun...
I'll talk about that later on. Winning and gunning?
Jackson might have something for you if you haven't already spoken to that old buzzard. He was looking to try to get troops to clear the North Road.
Any other work?
I don't know. Seems to be a lot of... Yeah.
She talks about Ghost, who I already showed. Other than that, that's it. We'll go back to her later. We have to first go to the Crimson Caravan and talk about, mention her.
We won't go quietly. The Legion can count on that.
So, as of right now, I'm just going to save real quick. And I'm going to fast travel back to Prim. And show off, like, me talking to the ends. I have to switch the quest, that's right. Yes, my kind of town. You notice that I still have the option to go to the quote-unquote... I still have the option to go to the prison because I have not spoken to Lieutenant Hayes yet. The prison is most likely going to be my option. There's going to be a lot of fighting there, and this will probably be into the second part. But I'm going to finish things off showing off with Lieutenant Hayes, and then I'll continue off here. I'll continue going through the third one. Do the third route next episode, I should say. So, going in. Talking to Hayes.
Yeah?
Yeah? I got extra troops.
Yeah, I just got word of that. There's a squad of Sergeant McGee will take over as sheriff and the Rangers will be his deputies. This means that aside from protection, the citizens will also need to become registered NCR citizens and pay any appropriate and associated taxes.
So this kind of screws over some of the people in Prim because of the fact that they become part of the NCR government. They do get protection, however they have to pay very high taxes, and that also means when you're trading with them, you also have to deal with the higher taxes, so weapons and all that are going to be more expensive.
Roger. I'll radio them over now.
Okay, so that's that quest done. And for now, we're going to call it a part. So thank you everyone. This has been the Codex signing off. If you guys enjoy this video, please leave a like. If I miss something, I might cover it later on, but for the most part, if I miss something, please leave it below in the comments. I want to make sure that people who watch this walkthrough or whatever get the most out of the game, like learn the most. There are going to be things like I miss. I do mention that though, in certain playthroughs, I'm going to miss particular things because they're locked behind a reputation or something, so I might not be able to do it. But other than that, if there's like something I miss, like simple or small, please let me know. I like knowing about this game. Other than that, if you want to see more, please subscribe. And other than that, thank you for watching. This has been the Codex signing off.